Hey everybody, I'm Al Copeland. Thank you so much for tuning in. I just want to acknowledge Dorchester Art Project and Boston Got Next for sponsoring this event. I'm happy to be here. Um, Tonight, I am launching the Love Story Rewind Project, which is a series of remixes from my debut EP, Love Story, that was released exactly this day in 2015. So I'm really excited about the project. It literally came about due to the challenges faced by a lot of musicians in the pandemic who weren't able to get to the studio if they didn't have a way to set up, if they didn't have a setup at home. And I just felt like I needed to do something. So I contacted Thomas Tiba Forbes, and asked him if he wanted to do a remix for the title track, which was originally produced by Blez in Sweden. And he said, "Yeah, let's do it." So this is it, and I hope that you enjoy it. You feel that vibe? It's got your classic 90s R&B kind of vibe. That bass is killing it. Driving in my car with the top down on the highway. Just seen a cutie and I hope he's going my way. Could he be the one to bring some sun to my rainy days? Just want someone to share. I'm not looking for a man. Ain't nothing like a good guy. Just wanna know, could you be the one? Could you be the one? Love story. I just wanna know. No love story. So he pulls up to the side of my car on the highway, motions for me to pull over to the breakdown lane. I pump the gas, make my way over right away. Oh, he says hello. You caught my eye. Can I just get the chance? Oh. Could you be the one? Could you be the one? Love story. To help me write this love story. Love story. Oh. Oh. You make me wanna say. You make me wanna say. La la. Love story. make sure that you go to alcopelandmusic.bandcamp.com. The song is out now, so we have an extended mix for all the lovers, the radio edit, and then we have the instrumental for, that really chilled out vibe. I want to send a special shout out to Thomas Tiva Forbes, who literally did his thing on this track. We spent the past several weeks going back and forth virtually with mixes, and it was a fun process doing it virtually. I've never actually done a mixing session, mixing session, so that was really interesting. And he's just been like so awesome and so gracious, because I like to go back and tweak things and change things, and I don't know what kind of ears I have. I must have like canine ears, so I would listen and be like, wait, what's that? Can we go back and, do some more editing with that? And so he was very gracious, and he actually played live keys, live bass, live guitar on this. So we really wanted to go with that live show kind of feel, so it wasn't what you hear is him playing throughout the entire track. And so you don't hear like a bunch of loops and stuff, and there's nothing wrong with that. But we did a fresh take on the original, like I said, which was produced by Blaise in Sweden, and the original is really kind of like a hard-hitting, beat-driven boom bap track, which was really fun to record too. Shout out to Blaise for hanging in there with me in 2015, and the fans really love that song. That's a fan favorite, so that's also on my Bandcamp, and you can check that out amongst some other releases that I have. So what else? So make sure that you go to my website, alcopelandmusic.rocks, and sign up for the email list, because I'm going to actually be doing some giveaways that I won't be promoting online on my social media. So I'll be giving away like free merchandise. I'll be giving first listens and some exclusive content that you won't be able to get online. So I'm really thankful to all my dream catchers who have already signed up for the list, and I do have something special for you guys coming, so watch out for the email. So right now I guess we're gonna get the interview portion started with DJ Ysham. Shout out to DJ Ysham. She really came through. It was literally 2 days ago that we actually spoke about this, and I wasn't really anticipating to come here. I was going to do my live at home, and she said, wait, you should do that Dorchester Art Project. I'm like, well, I don't know. It's kind of COVID-y outside for me, but she said, come on down. She said, come on down. It's safe. We're sanitizing and cleaning and all that other stuff. So this is actually my first time being in a spot other than my house or the office. So I hope everyone is safe and social distancing, wearing your masks, and sanitizing your hands, and all that good, great stuff. I hope everyone, that's had to deal with the challenges of, illnesses in their family or maybe even themselves. I am sending my love and warm thoughts to the people who have suffered loss, and to the people who are currently struggling with and fighting the virus, and taking care of loved ones who are sick now. So I'm sending all my love to you guys, and I really hope that, hoping for a full recovery. So, this has really been a challenging time for all of us. So I just want to send my love to everyone.
Enjoying this live stream tonight with Al Copeland. Make sure y'all go follow all of her music on every single streaming platform. We are here at Boston Got Next Entertainment Studios with I was trying to be cute. You can sit right there, you can do whatever.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Also, you can sit honestly, yeah, you sit around the couch.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna make sure
y'all might want to see my shoes too,
right,
so
let me see if we get the shoes. Oh, we got a piece of it. Just stick them out real quick for them. Stick them out. Look at that. Look at that. Bow, the red bottom. Whoop, whoop. Okay, okay. Don't hurt him now. Don't step on nobody's throat with those.
So get my
I'll move that closer to you.
my mic situated here. Okay.
What's good, Al?
Hey, it's so good to be with you tonight. It's so good to see you. When's the last time we saw each other?
I don't even know, but I'm looking, I'm like, y'all artists are so proper. I'm over here holding my mic like this, and I'm like, whatever. Like, this is how I do. This is how the DJ does their thing. You dig?
Yes.
But in person, I don't know. It's been a while. COVID changed up a lot of things, but I feel like it's changed it up for the better. The worst, of course, health reasons, but for the better, it's bringing everybody's creative side out.
Absolutely.
Look at you. You here?
Yes, I'm here. The first person that I've actually seen since COVID. Everybody's been like, "Come."
And I look a mess, y'all. That's crazy.
No, listen, she's fine, y'all. She all be doing the most, y'all. She's chilling. But everybody's been like, "Oh, come hang out. Let's do lunch." And I'm like,
everybody's not clean.
Not even that, but it's just like you can be clean.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there have been cases where people were social distancing, wearing masks, doing all the the routine of staying safe, and still somehow ended up contracting the virus. And there's really, like, the information is always changing, so you just really don't know about the transmission. So I've been like extra cautious.
I feel special.
You are special.
I feel special. I love you too.
Love you.
Sis got the Joe Jackson side of me this week, but it's all good. It's all out of love. Like, Brandy gets it. Every Red Shades got it. Everybody. Welcome to the Boston Got Next family. You have officially been jumped in.
I've been inducted.
It should be jumped in. There we go. Inducted.
I've been inducted.
So this ain't no gang. You ain't get jumped in the gang. Like, come on now.
No, I mean, but like, really, it's about like the communication styles, and I am eternally grateful. Like, we met in 2013, and you've been so supportive of my endeavors ever since. And I love what you're doing for the community. Like, everybody, please give her flowers now. She works day and night. She never sleeps.
I think the title of this live stream is Al Copeland Live.
Listen,
so I'm gonna kick this off, and I'm gonna do
all the flowers.
I'm gonna do my radio show and like digress. I'm like, okay, so we're gonna talk about what's a fun fact that not many people know about you?
A fun fact that not many people know about me. So I sucked my thumb until I was 15 years old.
Wow. Maybe that's why we get along. Same. I didn't get braces until 10th grade.
I got braces when I was 39.
Oh, look at It's a process.
Yes, it is.
Nobody understands the thumb sucking. I kid you not.
Yeah.
And all my sisters do it. So
sometimes I still play with my ear.
I never was one of those people. That was my cousin.
Yeah.
I know. Oh my gosh.
It's a soothing thing.
Yeah,
It's really soothing. Yeah.
I guess I do play with my dreads. My hairstyles. Like, I know when you're stressed, the ends of my dreads be missing when I go to see her. But that's interesting. Wow, thumbsuckers. We got any thumbsuckers out there? Look it. Do you see? It costs a lot to fix them. Stop playing, all right? So if you have kids, anybody, pop them. They try to give me hot sauce. I don't know. Did they try to give you anything?
It did, but it didn't work. You could just wash it off.
Oh, you can wash it off. We black. We gonna eat it. It gonna burn our mouth a little bit, but we gonna eat it. So, all right, y'all thought y'all did something, but I'm still sucking my thumb. But anyways, that's a nice fun fact. That's different.
Yes.
I'm gonna jump around. Sure. Let's see. This is one I added. In the world of WAP, wet ass bleep. But I already swore, so like, in the world of Cardi B's and Megan, their music, what is your stance? And it's no like right or wrong answer. It's not but your music that you create, the love story versus what they're putting out, like, do you have any, like, do you want to put any WAPs out there? Well, not like that, y'all. Like, she ain't putting her WAP out nowhere. Wait, oh my God, now that sounds like, now we're, okay.
That's fine.
Y'all know how y'all know, stop playing. Don't be nasty in the comments, I'll fight you.
Be nasty. We all nasty. Listen, I'm nasty, okay? If you haven't heard GITMB, then I've been singing about WAP for a long time. Come over, actually, from my debut EP. I'm
just acting like I don't know you, so like, for the folks out there.
So we definitely we're with the WAP movement, WAP, whatever you want to call it. Right. I believe in sex positivity, and I am not into the slut shaming. I believe that people deserve or should be able to engage with physically whomever they want to,
Let's go.
barring pedophilia. I'm not gonna take it to that level.
Look it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not
So I
gonna
don't know what
condone.
Netflix got putting out these days.
Listen, I'm not gonna condone cheating, but listen, I'm on my business. You know, you doing your thing. You know, but I really think that WAP is so much deeper than the content of the song. It's really about women's owning themselves.
Come on now.
And just empowering themselves and not waiting for someone to say, well, I want that, you know, well, let me get that. Like, literally, in Come Over, I am calling the guy over. In GITMB, I'm like, all right, it's time.
Have you seen a hot, steamy video?
It's on the YouTube.
Run the numbers up.
Yes, GITMB International Show Remix featuring Bakari JB. That was released in 2017 or 18. I don't remember. I believe that's 2018.
That's still fairly recent, so let's run them numbers up. Look at Lizzo came out with a track, and then what was it? 2 years, 3 years later?
Was it the Truth?
Right. Truth Hurts. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's something she be singing? Like.
Yeah. I mean, literally, artists they put out content all the time that doesn't get any buzz until, you know, like years later. Maxwell was out for 10 years before Urban Hang Suite came out.
Talk that history.
Yes, and so, you know, that's another thing that I want to point out. No matter how, you know, poppin' someone is, or how, you know, don't ever stop, because you don't know the impact that you might have on someone's future. When we put out our art into this world, and we share our passion and our vision, it's not just for that particular time. I still have people who contact me, and they're like, oh, I love such and such song on Love Story. It really resonates with me. And to be honest, I'm going to share a secret with you guys. I wasn't going to put out Love Story, the original EP. I wasn't going to put it out. 2015 was a really, really rough year. I was working full-time, going to school full-time. January 2015, on my birthday, I got a call from my sister. My mother had been diagnosed with stage 4 stomach cancer, and in May she passed away. So it was crazy. I was in the studio back and forth about 3 to 4 times a week, planning the EP release concert. We had the release. It was a benefit concert and fashion show, so I had to plan and execute and sing at the event. So it was a lot. So 2015 was crazy, but you know, I just, you know, I wasn't really particularly happy with my vocals on the record, but you know, I said, you know what, it's now or never. I gotta do this. You know, whatever you are working on right now, do not feel like it's not good enough. Do not feel like, you know, people are gonna criticize, because yes, people will criticize, and you can't live
damned if you don't.
You can't live your life like that. You have to do what you love, even if other people are telling you not to. And to be honest, it was really me that was holding myself back, and it took me about 2.5 years to listen to Love Story without cringing. Like, all the music's great, but every time I would hear my vocals, I'd be like, you know. But now I have come to realize that it was all a part of the journey, and growing. You know, I grew from that, and literally, if I didn't put out Love Story, we wouldn't be here today. From that release, I have had, you know, several remixes come from that. In particular, the Come Over remixes that were produced initially by Kelvin Sylvester, and then we had a set of other remixes. DJ Sean Ali, Dirty Harry from P60, the Deep Soul Syndicate, and you know, a number of other remixes. And then, like, the big news that I shared earlier this year in April, I have 2 songs in the Final Fantasy VII Remake video. So, like, all of that would have never been possible if I held on to that record. And I'm thankful to every person that I've had the pleasure of working with. I've learned a lot from all of the artists, and I look forward to just continuing to grow and to learn and to be able to provide music and art that resonates with people and helps people heal, like wherever you may be. But that was the long the long answer, but like yes for the WAP. Yes for the WAP.
You know, it kind of like answered a lot of the different
Get it,
like mixture of
girls.
stuff though. So I'll say we'll go back to that. Like you told us a little bit of, like love story, but who are your musical inspirations? So like we talked about Cardi, Megan, and WAP and the music, and you kind of intertwined a lot of the stuff about the project and who you work with. But who are your musical inspirations though?
Wow. So I grew up listening to so many different artists, but I would say my favorites are Shaka, Patty, Whitney, Rachelle Farrell, Stokely from Mint Condition.
Wait a minute, pause. Who did you vote for, Patty or Gladys?
It was a tie.
Okay. I just like a little controversy. I just want to see who's gonna say. I was gonna say, but you just said Patty. I was hoping you said like Gladys, and then you said Gladys.
No, I love
but
Gladys
you said
too.
Patty.
But you know what's the funny thing is that I never actually really got into Gladys until the other night when I watched the verses. I never knew that she was hitting like that.
Wow. Wow. Patty throw off a couple shoes and Gladys just get missed under the midnight train to Georgia like she ain't nobody. Like, wow.
But Patty's my girl.
Patty don't play. Patty's like,
where are my lyrics? Where are my lyrics? And Gladys, she had me dying. I can't hit that note. I need to stand up. I gotta find my note.
Right.
Listen, I
Gladys
understand.
like, I need it from the belly, the rooter.
Yes.
The rooter.
Yes. Definitely.
So how does that, this is a little mixture of me, how does that carry over in your work hearing these people? Like, did you pick a certain like style? I know you got like house inspiration, not, and that's not the word I want to use, like, you know, house influence. You have a lot of influence like R&B, hip hop, all of that. So like, how does that, the people you grew up listening to, the people you hear now, tie into the music that you're putting out?
So I don't necessarily think of a particular
She'd be like
artist.
this on her performance with Patty, like, that'd be her. I'm joking.
I don't necessarily think of a particular artist when I'm creating. I just come with whatever resonates with me at that moment, and I think that you can hear some of the influences in the way that I place some of my lyrics vocally or certain lines that I will sing. Like I definitely can hear Layla sometimes when I sing. And
that Miss Layla Hathaway.
Yes,
I want to make sure I gotta get it right.
Love Layla Hathaway. And it's not intentionally, but I mean, when you listen to certain things, like whatever you focus on grows. So when you become influenced by different artists, you tend to, you know, kind of use and pull on some of those elements that they bring out,
right.
You know. So I mean, I definitely am not. I wouldn't call myself an R&B artist or a house music artist. I consider myself a multi-genre artist because I have music that's coming out that is completely just like different from anything that I've ever done. You know, I grew up listening to a lot of gospel, grew up in church. So, you know, my mom, she was very strict about even listening to secular music and stuff like that.
The devil's music, the devil's music.
You know,
they don't play about that, though. Oh, they don't play,
so for a long time, you know, like we had to sneak and listen to, you know, like different music and stuff like that. But it's funny. It's so funny because when I was recording Love Story, she was sick and she was in the hospital, so I was, you know, letting her hear some of the music, and so she listened to Come Over. She was like, but she wasn't mad. She just, you know, she laughed like, ooh. She said, ooh, you know. But yeah. So I think that, you know, I don't want to be boxed into a genre because whatever my soul is feeling is what I'm gonna give, and it's not about sticking to one genre because, you know, like a lot of marketing people will say, well, how can we market you if you are singing rock or, you know, or opera? That's, you know, that's not your lane. I'm like, well, every lane that I want to drive in is my lane, and I'm going to touch somebody with it, you know? So I make music that comes from my heart, comes from my soul, and I think that's what we all need to do, is do what's feels good for us and not worry about what other people will say or think.
Right. Like this audio, I'm just going to edit it all out. That's all good. So along with this, let me see. So right now we're in a pandemic. It's not going away at all. have you been creative during this process, or have you taken a step back during this time? Not this process, during this time. There's a lot of people who is putting out a lot of music. I don't know, they feel like they was at the studio every day, and then this is like their vacation right now. Now on the flip side, there's people who haven't been, like, putting out music, and they are people like me. But what has
Shout out to Finally, run them numbers up, guys.
Do what y'all want to do. Okay. So, like, how has the pandemic affected in a good, or I don't talk about negatives. How has it affected you creatively in a good way right now? That could you be getting rest. I don't know, you drinking smoothies more, like, I don't care, like, it could be anything. But I'm tired of everybody talking about the negative stuff about Corona. We know it's bad. We know we can't come out. Like, what have you done to make you not, like, in that slump?
So, the pandemic has actually been the upside for me. Unfortunately, this past year, last August, I had surgery, and so I was down for a little bit, and then, there were a lot of complications. So for about a good, I would say, 7 to 8 months, maybe 6 or 7 months, I was literally off, everything. I was, having a good time, like the whole summer last year, going out to all the shows, Red Shades, Oompa, everybody. And then once I had my surgery, I sat my tail down, and it was literally for about a good 6 or 7 months, no social media, no hanging out, no contact really with friends or anybody. I was already kind of quarantined. I would go to work, I would come home, and that was it. And then 2020 came, and I started to recover, and things started to look up. So I said to myself, okay, it's now or never. Like, I really pushed myself and said I have to find a way to continue to grow. And initially I was like, all right, well, if things don't pop in 2020, that's it, I'm done, and then I started to realize and had to remind myself, like, it's all a part of the journey. Like, you cannot limit yourself. When you start to become rigid, that's when you fail, because you have to continue to keep going in order to grow. When I think about Shaka, and when I think about Patty, Whitney, Aretha, like, all these people, they have these decades-long careers. Like, even Patty mentioned in the verses the other day about how there were, hard times. Like, it's all a part of the process. So for me, the pandemic literally, it helped to motivate me to get my act together, and the Love Story Rewind project was born out of that necessity to continue to put music out. So the Love Story Rewind project is going to feature a series of remixes from the Love Story album, and so it's really exciting to be working with different producers and musicians, and to bring a fresh perspective on and a fresh take on the original album. I decided, okay, well, like, it's a pandemic, I can't get to the studio, but like, how, that's not gonna stop me. Like, this is not gonna stop the show. So like, I'm not glad that people are dying. I'm not glad that people are sick. I'm not glad that we aren't able to get together with friends and family and loved ones the way that we would normally do. But I am glad for this time, because I have had more time to rest. I work some days from the office, I work some days from home. But the crazy thing about it is, like, my body has literally started to regenerate itself. Like, my nails have, they're short now, but they have never been as long as they are. Like, my hair, my edges are growing in, y'all.
We love our edges.
Edges are growing back in, baby. And so it's been a process, and I just started to focus more, and I feel like I've been more methodical and more diligent about taking myself seriously, because I've been putting out music for a while. I've been singing for a long time, and I feel like this year is the first year that I actually feel like I'm on the right path. Like, it feels good. Before, there was always agony, there was always, like, of course you have like different things that pop up, and it's like, why can't things just go right? What the heck? But I feel encouraged, I feel motivated, and I'm happy, and I know that there will come a time when I will be able to record again, and I will be able to put out new music. But for now, y'all gonna catch these remixes.
All right, I'm gonna ask you 2 last questions. Let's see. What is a takeaway that you want people to know about Love Story, and what is something that you want to give away to the audience? Like, I know you gave a lot of game just now. You gave a lot of free game at that. And I say free game, that means advice. So run this back, bookmark it, and listen to what Al said just about everything. You deal with a lot being an artist. There's health. There's a lot of stuff that comes with it. You got a job. But I'll say, like, the part two, what is the takeaway about love story that you want people to know, and then something that you want like the audience to remember about you, just yourself, not even a project, it's like just about you.
Just have fun, just enjoy it, just sit back and listen to it. Don't ask me when the next project's dropping, because it's coming. We've got a lot of fun stuff in store. Again, I'm a multi-genre artist, so don't expect like this track right here, the Love Story Tiba Quiet Storm mix, is just one facet of the album, but there's going to be different elements. So I hope you do enjoy it, and I hope it resonates with you. Stream it. Well, it'll be on Bandcamp exclusively, so run the numbers up. You can buy it for whatever price you want to pay, as long as it's at least $1. Share it on your social media, and spread the love. And then what I want people to know about me, I don't know, that's a really interesting question. I just want us all to love each other. I know that this current political climate can be very polarizing, and there's so much going on. I don't know necessarily if this will just be about me. I can't just talk about me, but I want people to have empathy, and realize that you don't have to engage the negativity, especially online. People have different perspectives. Some people are not going to change their mind, and you cannot lose sleep over what someone else is doing. Of course, yes, it's very upsetting when you have people who don't consider all life precious and valuable. But take breaks, engage with the people who love and support you. Continue to practice self-love and self-care. That's the most important message that I want to give to everyone. Self-love and self-care are the two most important elements, and it's what's really going to help you get through this. And in loving yourself, you'll be able, and taking care of yourself, you'll be able to take care of others and be available when they need you. Learn how to balance your needs with the needs of those of whom you love and care for.